One betrayal, one ancient relic, and a single mistake that could doom an entire clan. If you enjoy my way of explaining and storytelling, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really motivates me to keep creating. Oh! A shrill, hurried warning siren tore through the world, its sound thunderous and overwhelming. In an instant it spread across the heavens and the earth. The expressions of every member of the Gu clan changed drastically. Hun Tiandi, Gu Yuan's face was icy cold. His gaze locked firmly onto Hun Tiandi as the sky abruptly dimmed. Vast surging natural energy whistled forth from behind him, linking heaven and earth together. From afar it resembled an endless tidal sea of energy, its roaring waves crashing without cease. Such an energy tide could only be formed when an abnormal natural phenomenon occurred, something far beyond what human strength could normally achieve. Yet this spectacle, which might not appear even once in 100 years, had been summoned by Gu Yuan with nothing more than a single thought. The terror of a 9-star Dao Sheng was truly unfathomable. The seemingly boundless energy tide churned violently, its pressure spreading outward. Even Xiao Yan and the others, the 4 demon saints of the Hun clan, were forced to adopt grave expressions. They harbored no doubts that if they were to clash with Gu Yuan directly, they would not last more than a few exchanges. Their bodies and even their souls would be crushed into nothingness under that terrifying pressure. In this world, the only ones capable of remaining calm before the natural tide summoned by Gu Yuan were Hun Tiandi himself and the nihility devouring flame. Clan head elder Gu Yang has injured the ancestral hall elder and stolen the ancient jade. A ray of light suddenly burst forth from deep within the mountain range. A disheveled figure rushed forward at full speed, crying out in a sharp, frantic voice. What? The entire Gu clan erupted into chaos. Shock and disbelief filled everyone's eyes. Elder Gu Yang, how could this be possible? Shunna's expression changed drastically as she cried out involuntarily. What's going on? Could Elder Gu Yang be a spy planted by the Hun clan? Xiao Yan's face darkened. The Hun clan had always been adept at such insidious schemes. Gu Yang is the second elder of the ancestral hall. He has guarded it for hundreds of years and has always been loyal to the Gu clan. How could he possibly steal the ancient jade and flee? Jun murmured to herself. From the looks of it, she had interacted with Elder Gu Yang before, and her impression of him had always been favorable. Gu Yuan's icy gaze slowly shifted toward the smiling Hun Tiandi. This was your doing, he asked coldly. Hun Tiandi merely grinned, offering no reply, nor did he show any intention of retreating. His eyes remained fixed on Gu Yuan. As long as he stood here, even Gu Yuan would not dare to turn away lightly. Hun Tiandi knew well that the moment Gu Yuan left, no one in this place would be capable of stopping him. Gu Yuan naturally understood Hun Tiandi's intentions. The chill on his face quickly receded. At his level, his mental fortitude was already as solid as stone. Even the loss of the ancient jade did not keep him enraged for long. Seal the Gu realm, Gu Yuan commanded calmly. Gu Dao, the 3 of you will lead the Black Submerged Army and begin the search. Find Gu Yang at all costs. Yes, the 3 immortals of the Gu realm responded at once. However, just as they moved, the 4 demon saints behind Hun Tiandi drifted forward, clearly intending to block them. Haha, Gu Yuan, these people won't be going anywhere. Hun Tiandi laughed softly. This is not for you to decide, Gu Yuan replied coldly. He took a step forward. Instantly, the endless energy tide behind him surged violently, condensing into a colossal tidal palm hundreds of thousands of feet in size as it slammed toward Hun Tiandi. Space trembled violently wherever the palm's force passed. A casual strike from such an expert was enough to tear space apart. So you finally can't hold back and wish to fight? Hun Tiandi smiled faintly. But you should know this won't do much to me. He raised his palm and a black hole formed within it. It expanded at an astonishing speed, swelling to hundreds of thousands of feet and enveloping the entire world. At the sight of that pitch-black abyss, even Xiao Yan and the others felt a chill crawl up their spines. They had no doubt that if they were dragged into it, even their souls would vanish instantly. The colossal tidal palm collided violently with the black hole. No earth-shaking explosion followed, only distorted spatial lines and overflowing destructive energy rippling outward. Had the Gu realm not been reinforced over countless years, the clash alone would have torn space apart. Seeing Gu Yuan engage Hun Tiandi directly, Yan Jin and Lei Ying's expressions twisted slightly. They exchanged glances, then nodded subtly. The Han clan's actions had clearly marked all ancient clans as their targets. If they dared to strike the Gu clan today, the Yan and Lei clans would inevitably face the same fate tomorrow. Attack! Yanjin let out a low shout as he and Lei Ying shot forward simultaneously. The terrifying aura of two 8-star Daoshengs surged straight into the clouds, causing space itself to emit faint creaking sounds. The combined might of their attack was naturally formidable. Aside from Guyuan Hun Tiendi and the Nihility Devouring Flame, they were likely the strongest experts on the entire continent. Just as the duo prepared to strike, the Nihility Devouring Flame, who had remained still until now, let out a soft laugh. Taking a single step forward, he pierced through space and appeared before them. Black flames erupted wildly from his body, eventually condensing into two massive black dragon-shaped fists coiling around him. A thunderous dragon roar shook the heavens. Humph! Yanjin and Lei Ying snorted coldly. Though the Nihility Devouring Flame had stepped into the 9-star Daosheng realm, he was only at the initial stage. The two of them, both advanced 8-star Daoshengs, were not inferior when joining forces. Xianxia lead the others and search the mountain. Gu Dao's solemn voice echoed from the sky. Gu Yang has not escaped yet. Capture him and retrieve the ancient jade. All remaining elders form the Grand Formation guard the clan, and seal the Gu realm and the surrounding mountains. Do not give the Han clan any chance to flee. Yes, the elders responded in unison. The battles in the sky were merely probing exchanges, but they had to guard against any hidden schemes by the Han clan and could not afford to divert their attention. Big brother Qingyang searched the mountain. Xuna's expression was grave as she turned toward Gu Qingyang's group and shouted, "Understood." Gu Qingyang and the upper echelons of the black submerged army acknowledged immediately. Countless black figures surged forward like a swarm of locusts, plunging into the mountain range and beginning a meticulous inch-by-inch search. Xiao Yan's expression grew solemn as he watched the Gu clan face such a crisis. Though the Han clan had not dispatched a large army, the few figures in the sky represented their highest echelon. This lineup was far stronger than when they attacked the Yao clan. Moreover, Xiao Yan understood that despite the world-shaking battle above, both sides were merely testing each other or deliberately stalling for time. And the reason for that delay was clear. Gu Yang. The Han clan was stalling until Gu Yang appeared and handed over the ancient jade. The Gu clan was stalling to find him and reclaim it. Thus, the true key to this intense confrontation was Gu Yang, the man who had stolen the ancient jade. "Shuna, how strong is Gu Yang?" Xiao Yan asked, scanning the vast mountain range. Despite the black submerged army's efforts, there had been no results so far. Advanced 5-star Dao Shengshun replied through clenched teeth. Gu Yang was considered one of the stronger figures within the Gu clan. Who would have expected him to do such a thing? Has his soul reached the perfect heavenly state? Xiao Yan asked again. I don't think so. He's still a step away. Jun pondered briefly before replying. Cultivating one's soul to that level was no easy feat. Cover for me. Xiao Yan's eyes narrowed. He sat down directly in mid-air and formed seals with his hands. His soul merged once more with little Yi, and his already majestic spiritual strength surged again. Invisible spiritual strength poured out from his brow like a raging flood, sweeping across the immense mountain range. Xiao Yan's control over spiritual strength had reached its peak. Countless strands spread across the land like densely packed serpents. With little Yi's assistance, his perception penetrated deep underground, even using subterranean magma to detect movement. At this moment, Xiao Yan's spiritual strength could encompass tens of thousands of kilometers. As long as Gu Yang had not escaped the mountain range, it would be impossible for him to hide. Zhena faintly sensed the invisible spiritual strength passing through her body. She stepped closer, vigilantly guarding the surroundings. "Shuna, we couldn't find him." Gu Qingyang and the others rushed back from all directions, expressions ugly. They had searched nearly the entire mountain range without success. Shuna frowned slightly and waved her hand, her gaze shifting to Xiao Yan. Her father and the 3 grand elders were tied down. Everything now depended on him. Understanding her meaning, Gu Qingyang and the others nodded quietly and remained silent. The stillness lasted nearly 10 minutes. Just as they were about to resume the search, Xiao Yan's tightly shut eyes snapped open. He slammed his palm downward. Boom! A mountain hundreds of thousands of feet away exploded violently. Scalding magma erupted skyward, and a battered figure was blasted out in a miserable state. "Gu Yang!" Xianxia and the others' expressions turned ice-cold as they stared at the figure emerging from the magma. Black submerged army capture him. Xuna's icy command rang out almost the instant the figure was blasted from the mountain. She was all too familiar with that silhouette. Spirit restraining net. At her shout, numerous figures streaked across the sky. A disciplined roar echoed as powerful Do Chi surged forth, rapidly weaving itself into an enormous net that spread across the heavens. The giant net descended from all directions, its surface rippling with a special fluctuation. Anyone trapped within it would be instantly restrained, falling into the hands of the black submerged army with no chance of escape. Explode. Yet the figure showed no panic. His hands swiftly formed seals as dozens of ferocious wind blades shot forth. The howling winds struck precisely at different points of the net. In moments the net trembled violently and was forced backward, its structure collapsing. He lifted his head abruptly, eyes locking onto the distant sky, and with his speed pushed to the limit, he shot upward. "It's useless," Gu Qingyang said grimly as he watched the massive Do Chi net, formed from the combined power of countless black submerged army warriors, be torn apart with ease. He knows the spirit restraining net too well. Every strike hit its weak points. "Kuyao Yu, traitor!" As Gu Yang rushed toward the sky, Gu Dao and the other two immortals immediately noticed him. Their expressions turned ice-cold. Just as they were about to move, three figures suddenly appeared before them like ghosts, the three demon saints of the Hun clan. Meanwhile, the fourth formed a hand seal, and a 10,000-foot-wide black beam erupted from his palm, slamming violently into the defensive barrier. The terrifying force tore a visible crack across it. "Don't let him escape." Chaos erupted across the skies. Xun waved her hand decisively. Though the Gu clan possessed many experts, most were bound to their positions within the formation to guard against the Hun clan. Only the younger generation could move freely. Xun was the first to charge forward, Gu Qingyang and the others following closely behind. "We should join the fight as well." On the training ground's stone platform, Huo Xuan spoke in a deep voice. His body shot forward as massive flaming wings unfurled behind him. He charged toward the fleeing figure with Huoya and the other Yan clan experts attacking simultaneously. "Big brother Lei Dong, what should we do?" The younger members of the Lei clan were still reeling from the shock of such a grand battle. After hesitating briefly, Lei Yun asked softly, "All of you stay here." "I'll go," Lei Dong said, his brows tightly knit. Silver lightning flashed across his body as he surged forward. The remaining Lei clan members could only nod helplessly. With their strength, even a single touch from Gu Yang could leave them crippled, only becoming a burden. Gu Yang rushed desperately toward the crack torn open in the barrier by Hun Yan. Yet when he was still 1,000 feet away, several sharp gusts suddenly struck from behind, aiming directly at his vital points. Forced to halt, he flicked his sleeve, dispersing the attacks, but in that brief instant, Zhana and the others arrived like lightning, surrounding him completely. "Elder Gu Yang, why would you commit such treachery?" Zhana's stern voice echoed, her beautiful eyes burning with fury as she stared at the disheveled old man. "Ha ha! Do you truly believe I am the real Gu Yang?" The old man laughed strangely. Through the tangled hair covering his face, a pair of icy, sinister eyes gleamed, utterly unlike the warmth he once possessed. Zhana and the others' pupils shrank. A chill crept into their hearts. If Gu Yang had truly been replaced, then the Gu clan's secrets over countless years had already been fully exposed to the Hun clan. Gu Yang's soul was forcibly merged with mine by Lord Nihility 100 years ago, the old man said with a twisted grin. "I lived in hiding all this time, never daring to appear before Gu Yuan and the others. But at last, I have waited for this day." As his laughter echoed, his body retreated sharply. In response, dazzling Do Chi pillars shot from Shun-Er's group, crisscrossing as they struck mercilessly toward him. "A bunch of youngsters think they can stop me." Gu Yang roared with laughter. He slammed his palm downward, instantly distorting the surrounding space. The solidified space blocked all the incoming attacks. "Ha ha! I'll be taking my leave." He turned to flee, but at that very moment, space in front of him tore open. A fist wrapped in pink flames burst forth, slamming into his chest at lightning speed. The scorching force incinerated his Do Chi defense in an instant, leaving a blood-red handprint seared deeply into his body. "Trying to leave? Do you really think it's that easy?" Xiao Yan stepped through the air, his cold smile filled with killing intent. The ferocious aura of a six-star Daosheng erupted from him, pressing down so heavily that Gu Yang's expression changed dramatically. "Elder Hun Yan, save me!" Gu Yang cried out in terror, instantly realizing he was no match for Xiao Yan. "You little brat, how dare you ruin my Hun clan's plans? You're courting death." Hun Yan had witnessed everything. Rage boiled within him, especially seeing Xiao Yan, the same youth who had once escaped his grasp, block Gu Yang again. He pointed a finger, and an abyssal black ray shot forth at a speed invisible to the naked eye. Withering Death Finger. The instant Hun Yan attacked Xiao Yan's body, transformed into a pink glass-like state. His aura surged violently. Yellow Spring Finger. Boom boom. One colossal energy finger after another tore through the air, smashing violently into the black ray. 5 massive yellow spring fingers shattered in succession before finally neutralizing Hun Yan's attack. Hun Yan's expression darkened. Shock flickered in his eyes. Back at the Yao clan, Xiao Yan had relied on heavenly flames just to push him back. Now he could resist head-on with his own strength. "I want to see how many fingers you can block today." Black light surged once more from Hun Yan's hand. Without giving Xiao Yan time to breathe, he pressed all 10 fingers forward. 10 black beams pierced through the cracked barrier, streaking straight toward Xiao Yan. Xiao Yan's eyes hardened. He clenched his palm, beginning to condense a fire lotus. But before it could form, a massive figure charged in. A single punch descended like a falling mountain. The overwhelming force shattered all 10 black beams in mid-air. "Hun Yan, fight me instead. Bullying the younger generation only shows your weakness." Hun Yan's expression shifted slightly as he stared at the towering figure. "Gu Li, the Black Submerged King. You haven't improved much over the years." The Black Submerged King, the Supreme General of the Black Submerged Army. Xiao Yan was startled as he looked at the man's broad back. This was the first time he had seen him within the Gu clan. "Young friend Xiao Yan Gu," Li said in a deep voice without turning around. "I'll hold Hun Yan back. Gu Yang is yours. Retrieve the ancient jade." With that, Gu Li stepped forward, engaging Hun Yan in a violent clash. Xiao Yan nodded, his focus shifting instantly. Turning back, he looked coldly at the battered Gu Yang. Zhana and the others had already fully surrounded him. Gu Yang glanced at the encirclement. A feral, desperate expression crossed his face. He suddenly charged toward the energy barrier in the sky. Xiao Yan's eyes turned icy. Blazing flames surged forth, striking Gu Yang like thunder. Blood and flesh exploded outward. Though grievously wounded, Gu Yang's expression only grew more crazed. When he was still 1,000 feet from the barrier, his mangled body suddenly began to swell. "He's going to self-destruct." Xiao Yan and the others' expressions changed instantly. The self-destruction of an advanced 5-star Du Sheng carried terrifying power. Everyone retreated at once. Boom! Gu Yang's body exploded violently. A devastating shockwave tore the energy barrier apart in the blink of an eye. Rampaging energy surged outward, and a streak of blood-red light shot forth, racing wildly toward the distant battlefields in the sky. "The ancient jade, it's inside, stop it." Xiao Yan's sharp eyes locked onto a palm-sized crystal-clear jade wrapped within the blood glow. It was the Toshi ancient god jade of the Gu clan. That madman had chosen self-destruction just to deliver the ancient jade.